Ladies, when you are looking for your king, yes, that means you have to view yourself as a queen. That's number one. You have to view yourself as a queen. Some of y'all don't view yourself as a queen. That's why you putting up with all this BS. So number one, ladies, view yourself as a queen. And when you get in that mindset, you get in the mindset of, okay, I need to look for a king, not a little boy. You need a king. So let me go ahead and talk to y'all for a little bit, okay? Let me explain this. First of all, let me just tell you, yes, I'm single by choice. Keyword, choice, okay? And I'm going to dive into that. So listen, when you're looking for your king, there are certain qualities that a king has. We're not talking about a little boy. We're not talking about a man who played games. We're talking about a king. That is a league in and of itself, okay? So I'm going to start off with this little story. I love it. I love to share this little story with you. So I'm single by choice. Why? Because I'm taking my time. I'm like this. If he ain't a king, if I don't see king qualities in him, then I'm going to go ahead and rule solo as a queen. You understand me? There's no compromising on that. Period. Period. All right, so I'm going to share this story with you. I'm going to start it off with this. I know this is going to get y'all brain waves going. I might get some hate mail. I might get some love mail. I don't know. Let's talk about dating, courting, right? When you first meet a guy and he invites you out on a date, if he's a gentleman, he should invite you out on a date. So let's just start there. He invites you out on a date, right? So here's my personal experience. All right, this is what I do. I observe everything. So I'm going to talk about when you go on a first date, second date, third date. But let's talk about the first date. And you go out to a restaurant. Who's paying? Who's picking up the tab? Now, I'm going to tell you, there's some men out there who will say 50-50 off the back. I think I learned that word years ago. I was like, what is that? Go Dutch. Go Dutch. Dutch? Man, I'm a queen. You understand me? I'm a queen. I ain't Dutch. Come on now. But anyways, going Dutch, right? It's like 50-50. So let me just share my experience. So what I do is I observe. Now, if I go out with a guy, I've been out with a guy who wanted to go Dutch. Wanted to go Dutch with a queen. All right. So that was the first time I ever heard of this thing. This is when this whole dating, courting thing was evolving to all this 50-50 off the top and all this stuff. I'm like, but the thing is, here's the thing, ladies. Now, he didn't tell me about going Dutch until after the bill came. How many out there can say amen? Have you been in that situation? Let me tell you something. I'm about to break it down. But this situation, I'm like, okay. And I told him straight up, because I'm a queen, going Dutch. You asked me out. I'm not going Dutch. So that was that story. Needless to say, I'll never talk to him again. And see, I'm going to dive in even deeper. Because when you're talking about a guy, when you're dating him and he invites you out, you're on a first date and he doesn't even want to pay. I'm going to tell you my philosophy, what I look for. I am looking at the principle. Because let me tell you something, baby, I got it. Baby, I don't tell him that. But baby, I can pay for my meal, his mama's meal, his daddy's meal, his grandmother's meal. Okay, you get my point. But I don't say anything. I just go with the flow. I'm observing. I'm seeing what kind of qualities am I dealing with, right? So if the guy is willing to pick up the tab, no questions asked. I said, okay. Mental note. Okay, that means what? See, when you're looking for a king and you're looking for qualities, that one simple task puts me in the mindset of, okay, he don't mind. He don't mind. When it comes down to it, if we in a relationship long term, if let's be real, if we end up, being together, whether it's marriage or just a long-term companionship, if we end up starting a family, you know what I'm saying? I'm looking at these qualities like what kind of king do I want in my household, in our household? Is this somebody on the first date? He already looking for the woman to pick up the tab? Half the tab. Some of the guys out there want you to pick up the whole tab. I ain't even talking about them because they boys. They little boys. I'm gonna get some hate mail. I know it. I don't even talk about them. If you going out on a date, fellas, and you want the lady to already pick up the whole tab, you're not even in. Listen, not even on. You're not on the same page. You're not in the same chapter. You're not even in the same book as a queen. So I look at that because what that tells me as a principle is that this person, no questions asked, he's going to be a great provider. I'm not saying that I'm like, oh, I need for you to find me to be my provider. I'm gonna dive into some other stuff too on that. But what that tells me is like, okay, this is a provider right here. Not to say that I may need it, but he's willing. You don't have to tell him. He's already going to be a provider. Because going on that first date, on that second date, he's already picking up the tab. He's a provider. And he has the means to provide. And if he has the means, see, I'm going deep now. If he has the means to provide, what does that mean? How do you get the means to provide? That means you're working. That means you got a good job. And I'm talking about legally, y'all. I'm not talking about all this illegal stuff. That's the easy, fast route. That's the route that gets you locked up, get you dead. We're not talking about that. We're talking about legally. That means you working. You have a good job. You have a good head on your shoulders. You know how to manage your money. I tell anybody. I should tell guys, listen, because I had this conversation. I said, listen, you may not need to be on a dating scene if you can't afford to date. Period. If you can't afford to take a lady out and spend what? Come on now, 20, 30. I'm not talking about $200 dinner. I'm talking about the average. Okay, $30. You might need to wait, budget your money because dating costs. Dating costs, y'all. Dating costs money. So you might need to wait, all right? But if I see that you're picking up the tab, you're doing all of this, X, Y, and Z, then I know that, okay, he has something going on for himself. Keeping in mind, I got it. So this is my philosophy, because I know some guys are like that. Well, some women, they just want to take advantage. They just want a free meal. Now, I'm going to talk to that. My philosophy. So about the third date, I'll be honest. Usually I go on about the third date. And I'm just observing, like, okay, is he still picking up the tab? You know, we going out to eat, we going to the movies, we doing all this, we going out dancing. Okay, what's up? If he passed the third date and I see, okay, he done picked up all the tabs, I like this. This is cool. I surprise him. The next date, call him up, baby, guess what? I got it. We're going to do X, Y, and Z this weekend. Don't worry, baby. I got all of it. See, because I already know that, hey, he has already proved to me that he's a provider. He's not stingy. He's a hard worker, and he got it. So now I'm going to show him that, listen, I'm not looking for a handout. Ladies, y'all looking for a handout? That's little girl stuff. If you're looking for a man to completely take care of you, that's little girl stuff. Now, I'm not even talking about there's some men out there who want to take care of a lady. They want to, but that's a whole other topic. Because even if you find a man like that, it says, baby, I don't want you to work. And I mean in good faith. I'm not talking about the controlling type. I'm talking about somebody who really wants to be a provider. They really don't want their lady to work. They want them at home, maybe to help her with the kids or help her with things or whatever. Maybe he encouraged her to have her own little business. Right? So if you got somebody that wants you to maybe say, baby, don't worry about working, but you still need to be a contributor to that household. You still need to be a contributor to that man. It doesn't mean you just sit on the couch, be lazy, watch TV. He come home, the house not clean, don't have a hot meal. Come on now, the kids looking ragged and rugged. You know, come on now. You ain't even check their homework. Nah, We're not talking about a free ride. Right? We're talking about companionship, building an empire, king and queen ruling the world together, building your lifestyle to the fullest. Now back to this date thing, right? So I say, baby, I'm going to surprise you. Guess what? Boom. I got everything. We're going out. Boom. Now I'm showing my gratitude because now I already see that, okay, I don't have to worry about, man, you know, when I go out, you know, am I always going to have to be pulling out my purse all the time? Because I'm going to keep it real with you. Let me tell you, I tell them in a minute, and I have. Why am I going to go out with you and every single time I got to pay my own way? If that's the case, I might as well go out with my girlfriends. I might as well go out with them. We go chill because that's that friendship level. Hey, girl, what you doing, girl? Let's go out. Let's go. Oh, yeah, let's go to the movies. Let's go have some happy hour. Everybody, of course, going to foot their own bill because we just friends. Now, the flip side of that, some of you guys would be like, well, you know, why do I have to pay all the time? Okay, here it is, though. catch this. If you want to keep it at that friendship level, because that's what I call it, friendship level. If I'm going out with you every single time, I got to pay my own way. It's like I'm bringing sand to the beach, man. I'm wasting time with you. Why am I spending my money, $50 a pop, $30 a pop every weekend, and hanging out with you? Okay, we friendship level. That means that do not be texting me later on talking about WID. Don't be texting me at no midnight WID. Boo, we on that friendship level, boo. You having me paying for my own way since day one. First of all, let me just tell you, queens out there, I'm a queen. You wouldn't even get to the second date. First of all, I have evolved so much. I done filled this dude out before I even decided to go on a date with him. Right? So I'm like this. Here it is, fellas. Okay, fine. If you can't have it both ways. If you're saying, well, 50-50 or she could pay. Okay, that's friendship level. Don't be hitting me up with what you wearing. That's little boy stuff. That's not king stuff. That's little boy stuff. All right? That's little boy stuff. So I just want to put that out there. Let's go ahead. This is a good conversation starter. Who should pay on the first date, second date, third date? Should it be 50-50? Should it alternate? First date, the guy has it. The second date, the woman has it. Should it be the woman paying for everything? Again, I'm looking at the principle. Not to say that you don't have it. I'm looking at who is this person as a man. As a man, if I'm going to eventually looking for companionship, looking for a king that I can trust him with my life. And when I say my life, everything that comes with it, my well-being, my overall life, building something together. If you coming out the gate and you can't even foot $25 at a restaurant, you expect it for me. I'm be real with you. Queen, they can't holler at the queen. They can't holler at the queen. They just can't. That's what I'm telling you. I'm single by choice. All right. I'm beyond that. I'm not. Some of y'all with a man just to check the box. Just, I guess, to check the box of life. And you're miserable. Your finances are crazy. Because he lazy. He not a king. He a little boy. But because y'all want to, I guess, check the box. Instead of either ruling by yourselves as a queen until you find the king that you need. All right. So I'm not checking the box, y'all. I'm at a point where you gotta be royalty, boo. You have to be king, boo. If not, this queen is bad all by herself, baby. Know what you think about that, y'all. Go ahead and post your comments. I would love to hear what you have to say. And if you like this kind of conversation, I have so much more to share. I will certainly do more videos like this. I'm just trying to test the market and see if this is something that you like. You know what I mean? Let me know.